In gardening, hydroponics stands as a revolutionary method, promising bountiful harvests without the constraints of traditional soil cultivation. Among its myriad applications, growing tomatoes hydroponically emerges as a shining example of its potential. This method utilizes nutrient-rich water to nourish the plants, resulting in healthier growth and higher productivity. With this approach, tomatoes flourish abundantly, unfettered by soil limitations. In this video, we'll learn hydroponic tomato cultivation, exploring the techniques and benefits that can help skyrocket your tomato yield without soil. But before that, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates. Now, let's get started. The basics of hydroponics. Hydroponics is a method of growing plants using nutrient-rich water instead of soil. Plants get all they need to grow from this water solution. Hydroponics is derived from the Greek words hydro, water, and ponos, labor. Plants are placed in a soilless medium, such as rockwool, perlite, or cocoa coir, and supplied with a nutrient solution directly to their roots. This method allows for precise control over plant nutrition, water usage, and environmental conditions. This method offers several benefits, including faster growth, higher yields, and better control over growing conditions. By skipping soil altogether, you eliminate the risk of soil-borne diseases and pests, making it a cleaner and more efficient way to grow tomatoes. With hydroponics, you can create the perfect conditions for your tomatoes to flourish and produce an abundant harvest. Now let's learn about the techniques to skyrocket your tomato yield. Number 1. Choosing hydroponic system. When it comes to hydroponic systems, you've got options. These hydroponic systems let you cultivate tomatoes in water enriched with nutrients. One popular method is deep water culture, DWC, where the plants sit directly in a nutrient solution. Then there's the nutrient film technique, NFT, where the roots get a constant flow of nutrient solution. If you prefer a more controlled approach, you might go for a drip system, where the solution drips right onto the roots. And if you like a bit of ebb and flow, the ebb and flow system might be your pick, where the growing area gets flooded with the solution at intervals. Each system has its perks and downsides, so it's worth considering which suits your space, time, and tomato growing ambitions best. Number 2. Selecting tomato varieties. Choosing the right kind of tomatoes is key for hydroponic gardening. Not every type is a good fit for this soil-free method. You want determinate ones that stay more compact and fit well in containers. Think about cherry tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and beefsteak tomatoes. They're top picks. These varieties thrive without soil, making them ideal for hydroponic setups. They not only grow well in hydroponic setups, but also produce some tasty fruits. So when you're planning your hydroponic tomato garden, make sure to select these kinds of tomatoes. They'll make your gardening journey smoother and your tomato yield even more bountiful, even if you're short on space. This way, you'll set yourself up for success and maximize your yield without relying on traditional soil-based methods. Number 3. Preparing the hydroponic setup. Getting started with hydroponic tomato growing requires setting up your system first. You'll need a few things handy: a container or reservoir to hold the special nutrient solution, which acts as the plant's food. Choose a growing medium such as perlite, rockwool, or coconut coir to support your tomato plants, and of course, the right nutrients for tomatoes. Make sure to pick a nutrient solution specifically designed for tomatoes to give them the best chance to thrive. Don't forget a pH testing kit to make sure the solution has the right acidity for your plant's optimal growth. If you're growing indoors, you'll also need a proper lighting system to provide the necessary light for your tomatoes to flourish. Once you've got everything set up, you'll be ready to watch your tomato plants flourish without ever touching soil. Number 4. The role of rockwool. Rockwool, crafted from basalt rock and chalk, proves to be a perfect companion for hydroponic tomato cultivation. Its fibrous structure acts like a sponge, cradling roots and ensuring they have room to grow. This material's ability to retain both moisture and nutrients is a boon for tomatoes, guaranteeing they receive the sustenance they need to thrive. Moreover, it prevents waterlogging, a common problem in traditional soil-based gardening, fostering an environment for robust growth. With rockwool as a foundational element in your hydroponic setup, you can expect healthier plants and a bountiful harvest. Its sustainability and effectiveness make it a preferred choice among hydroponic enthusiasts, looking to maximize their tomato yield without relying on soil. So, if you're aiming for a hydroponic heaven of tomatoes, make sure to include rockwool in your setup for optimal results. Number 5. Planting your tomatoes. When you're all set up for hydroponic tomato growing, it's time to plant your tomatoes. Start by planting tomato seeds in a small container filled with a seed starting mix. Once your seedlings have sprouted several true leaves, it's time to transplant them into your hydroponic system. Make sure to space them out adequately to avoid overcrowding, which can lead to competition for nutrients and hinder growth. Regularly check the nutrient levels and pH of your hydroponic solution to ensure that your plants are getting the essential nutrients they need to thrive. Number 6. Optimizing growth conditions. In hydroponic tomato cultivation, plants are drip-fed with a carefully balanced mixture of water and nutrients, ensuring they receive essential elements for growth and development. It's like serving them a balanced meal, making sure they get all they need to grow big and juicy. But it's not just about the food, you also have to keep an eye on the surroundings. That means keeping the temperature cozy, not too hot or too cold, and making sure the air isn't too dry or too wet. Carbon dioxide levels are also important for their growth. These optimal conditions foster robust growth and enhance fruit quality. With hydroponics, growers can fine-tune every aspect of the growing environment to create a veritable haven for tomatoes. Advantages of hydroponic method. One of the key advantages of hydroponic tomato cultivation is its ability to maximize space through vertical farming. By stacking plants vertically and utilizing controlled growing environments, such as greenhouses, growers can significantly increase yield per square meter compared to traditional field-based methods. Because of this vertical integration, production may take place throughout the entire year, and the environmental impact that is linked with land use is dramatically reduced. When compared to traditional field-based ways, hydroponic tomato farming uses a lot less water. With only 12 liters of water needed to produce 1 kilogram of fruit, hydroponics demonstrates remarkable efficiency in water usage. Moreover, through water recycling and treatment systems, excess water is reclaimed and reused, minimizing waste and promoting sustainability. Pollination in controlled environments. One challenge of growing tomatoes hydroponically is the absence of natural pollinators, such as bees, in controlled environments like greenhouses. To overcome this, growers employ manual pollination techniques, transferring pollen from male to female flowers using gentle shaking or brushing. While this process requires additional labor, it ensures the flowers are properly pollinated and fruit set and maximizes yield potential in the absence of natural pollination. So even without bees around, tomatoes can thrive and flourish in hydroponic setups, yielding juicy, delicious fruits for all to enjoy. Harvesting the tomatoes. With proper care, your tomato plants will soon reward you with a bountiful harvest. Once your tomato plants start bearing fruit, it's time to reap the rewards. To ensure the best flavor, pick your tomatoes when they are fully ripe. A ripe tomato will have a vibrant color and yield slightly to gentle pressure. When harvesting, use a sharp knife or scissors to prevent any harm to the plant. Carefully cut the stem just above the fruit. After harvesting, store your tomatoes in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. This helps maintain their freshness and flavor for longer periods. With these simple tips, you can enjoy a plentiful harvest of delicious tomatoes from your hydroponic garden. That's all for today's video. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching.